This woman has more than one income. It's not just the $9.99 a month is not gonna pay her bills, bitch. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, don't tell me that was that important for you to sit there and tell me that, oh, that's paying my bills. What's it paying? Your phone bill, bitch? Because at the end of the day, that's not it. Nah, no, you don't have any integrity. I don't like her.
She's a scumbag.
I don't like her.
The thing is, at the end of the day, what in your right mind thinks that capitalizing off of your best friend's death is okay?
This the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, rock, top, top.
Blah, blah, blah. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Petty Headquarters. I'm your host, Tiana Locke, and this is
Jessie Strange, the co-host.
Yes. And today we have a very special episode today where we will be diving deep into a lot of things, a lot of people, and the Sims game and the Sims community. So if you are familiar with the Sims 4 and the Sims community, then you're in for a ride. If you are not familiar with the Sims 4 and the Sims community, I can give you a refresher. So the Sims 4 is simply a simulation game. That is it. It is for PC. It is for PlayStation, Xbox, but most of us play on the PC, on the computer. You can do a lot of stuff in The Sims, but with custom content creators, otherwise known as CC creators, those people have helped bring the game to a new level with mods, animations. Mods are simply modifications to the game. Think GTA. People have mods all the time for that shit. So with that being said, that is the game. Before we dive into that, we are going to talk about B. Simone and Blame It on K-Way. And I guess listen, we're focusing on them today. I don't know anyone else who's affiliated with her. I don't really care, but this is primarily about B. Simone and Kwaylon Rogers.
Ooh, so dropping names.
Yeah, we have to get the real names. Hello. We have to get the real names. This is gonna get deep.
This is gonna be a very juicy episode. This is your episode, I feel like.
What?
No, because I'm here to assist, but this one I feel like gets a little personal. And it does. At least for me it does. Every time I gotta step up and defend you, I feel like, I can't hide how I really feel. Mm-hmm. And anybody who knows, you love your partner, you don't want to see them get played. And I feel like
so dramatic. My God.
Fuck that. Because at the end, you already know we got some tea to spill today. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a juicy episode. I'm excited, low key, because we've been bottling up our feelings. I've been bottling up my feelings for a bit now,
right?
And I'm excited to really dive deep into the episode today.
All right, so first and foremost, B. Simone. Who is she? Yeah. What do we know about her?
Who the fuck is B.
Simone? Okay, so B. Simone, if you guys do not know who that is, B. Simone is an influencer, comedian, and a businesswoman. Emphasis on businesswoman. She starred in some music videos. I don't remember. I just know she starred in some music videos. She's also an actress. She starred in some films. I don't remember those either, but that's not the primary focus. She also wrote a book called Manifest the Life You Want, which actually had a lot of lawsuits her way. People, after looking at her book, she was hit with lawsuits from other authors that had wrote similar books, and there have been side-by-side pictures of basically word for word, style for style, copy for copy, format for format, side-by-side images of her basically putting out content that is not hers, plagiarized content that she doesn't really care that it's plagiarized. She didn't really go over it with her team. I guess her team didn't care either. You know, anything for a quick buck or a quick cash grab. Keep in mind that her audience is mostly Black women, and she preaches God, Christianity, mental health, and manifesting the life that you want. So with that being said, this is who she is presenting herself as
online.
Exactly. This is the person that she is depicting to everyone, her fans and people that love her. I actually have a friend that bought her book.
Really?
Vicky bought her book.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. Yes, shout out to Vicky. I found that out today and I was like, oh. Yeah, she loves her some B. Simone, so she's gonna be upset. She's gonna be a little upset. So I have a clip here that we are gonna pull up that basically showcases her plagiarizing.
But apparently, B. Simone didn't do the work herself. Twitter users did some digging and began posting side-by-side photos of Manifest the Life You Want content and other authors' work. Exact word for word, same design layout, carbon copies. As we know, Twitter is just 6 degrees of separation, and said authors caught wind of what was going on, and now they plan to take legal action against B. Simone.
That is just one clip of the video. I will have the video link in the description for those that are watching on YouTube. If you are listening, then go to the YouTube channel and look at the full length video. The link and the credit to that person that did that video will be in the description. So with that being said, I remember when B. Simone was writing this book, launching this book and everything.
That's crazy.
This was a moment for her because, you know, her goal was to make $1 million. And that was the point.
Was she open about that?
Yeah, she was open about that. Her goal was to make $1 million. And, you know, she had her fans follow her on this journey where, you know, she wants to make it out. She wants to do better for herself. And, you know, this is just the path of an entrepreneur. And yeah, so she had several forms of income and the book was one of those. And that was like the biggest thing for her, the biggest project launch. And so it launched. Fans bought it, sold out. Sold out, by the way.
The power of social media.
The power of motherfucking social media. The shit sold out. So yeah, she made her buck. She made her buck off of that. So that's just the first thing that
and you know that's so I didn't know who B. Simone was prior to this situation, which we'll get into later, and I was like really like going into this this episode with an open mind, and I think you will get to see my opinion of her as the episode continues, but I think it's interesting that you said that her goal openly was to reach $1 million. It's very telling on kind of, again, just like my idea of who she is. And her, you know, when we have a goal in mind, sometimes you'll do anything to get to that goal. And I feel like when you're so open about where you want like your financials to be, you're willing to do anything. And I feel like that comes into play a lot in her career. And it's kind of interesting that you said that, because it just, again, feeds into the narrative that, you know, we'll talk about it when we get to that point.
That you'll do anything for a quick cash grab. Mm-hmm. That's the narrative. B. Simone has been an influencer for a bit now. That is her career. But she first began her rise to fame in 2017 when she appeared on Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out, MTV's Wildin' Out. It's on MTV, right? I believe so.
I don't know.
I don't give a fuck.
It's
Wildin' Out, bitch.
Right.
The fuck? Wildin' Out.
We all know.
We know. Like, listen. Anywho. So, yes. That is when she really began to skyrocket. wilding out. And then it just went from there. You know, now she has her podcast, the Know For Sure podcast, where she preaches mental health and just the light of God. And it's mostly targeted towards Black women, even though they don't say that, but that's pretty much what it is. And secondly, you know, she has a clothing line, athletic clothing line called Be Simone Fit. She has a beauty line called Be Simone Beauty. So she has a lot going for herself. Now, she also has a Patreon for her Know For Sure podcast, which is on YouTube. She has those free episodes on YouTube, and then she has exclusive episodes on Patreon. And she also has a tour, the Know For Sure podcast tour, that she does, which garners a lot of attention, which is a great idea. These are all great business ventures. Great. Get your money, get your forms of income. However, just know that when you are a scumbag about getting your money, people are going to tell you that you are a scumbag. So moving on. So for you guys watching and for you guys listening, most of you may know Zeus Network. Most of you may not know Zeus Network, but Zeus Network is a streaming platform. And at first, it kind of was like reality TV, but not really. And in the beginning stages of Zeus Network, I'm pretty sure Lamel Plummer, how he got this whole thing like off the ground was collaborating with social media influencers at the time. And B. Simone was one of those influencers, and she was on a show on there called You're My Boyfriend, which was like a funny dating show type shit. If you guys are interested, or if you guys are on Zeus Network and subscribed, you can watch it.
It's still on there?
It's still on there, yeah. All the stuff is still on there.
Interesting
Indeed. So yeah, she is affiliated with the people from Zeus Network. So keep that in mind well.
That comes into play later.
We are setting this up for you guys.
Yes.
We are setting it up.
This is just the foreground. We're giving you the background.
Right. We are really setting this up for you guys really well. So just get all toasty and listen. Grab your snacks, grab your popcorn, grab whatever the fuck it is. If you're on a road trip, if you're laying in bed, painting your nails, doing your hair, I don't know. I don't give a fuck what you do. Washing dishes, cleaning the house. Listen to this shit. So yes, with that being said, she is affiliated with the Zeus Network and people that work there and stuff like that. With that being said, I did mention the plagiarism from her book. Right. That's the first thing we're talking about here. And she made a shit ton of money off of it. Now, Meek Mill, when she was getting fried and people started to call her out on it, Meek Mill had a few words, and so he tweeted this.
Yeah, I did see that he responded, but I never got a chance to see what he wrote.
Yeah, so Meek Mill said, B. Simone canceled because she finessed a book and made her way from the bottom. LOL. What major companies y'all cancel for ripping off our culture? Finding ways to display hate towards our own when they start doing good is showing amongst us a lot.
Okay.
Then he went on to tweet again and said, give me your point why a girl from where we come from should be canceled because she finessed a little bit. I really want to know how people really think. What do you have to say about that, Jessie?
Oh my God. Because she finessed, you mean she stole. There's a difference between being inspired and then literally blatantly copy and pasting and being more successful because you have access and you have more access and availability to other things than smaller creators would. And I feel like Meek Mill, first of all, Meek Mill, bro, like let's be real. You know what I really can't stand? I really can't stand when people use the Black community as a blind eye to what
talk about it.
You know, to
talk about it.
To like literally not focus on what really
to push their own selfish narrative.
Thank you.
That is it. You're capitalizing off of your own people to one, make money and push your own narrative.
No one's saying that she can't be a successful Black woman.
Right.
But we're just saying that she has absolutely no integrity for fucking stealing something and then literally selling and then wants to apologize. And, you know,
I don't think she apologized, did she?
She
did and
apologized.
said she didn't mean it. Like she did. That wasn't her intention, which is weird. If your goal was, you had that goal in mind. And there's nothing wrong with having goals, but it's just the way you go about shit and you handle stuff and you present yourself, you know?
She went online and said, apologize, but then immediately after said, you know, it was my team. I didn't do my due diligence and da-da-da-da-da. But I hate when people apologize and then want to blame their team. At the end of the day, if you were not on top of your team and you were not involved in the project, it's very telling, one, that you don't care. You just want the money. You don't care about the project. And two, that is still your responsibility because the people you hire represent you.
You're the face.
You cannot be in a million places at once, but it is your responsibility. And if it's too much to handle, why are you doing it? Oh, wait, why? Because you want to reach $1 million and you don't care how you're willing to get there.
Right.
So I don't really, you know, and it's annoying that Meek Mill stood up for her because at the end of the day, people are going to look at that as validation. Like, oh, Meek Mill said, but bro, shut up. Like, you're
it's telling where his mentality is too, to even stand up for something like that. It's very telling.
It's Meek Mill.
Meek Mill, bro.
Like, y'all want to listen to his lyrics? Like,
right.
You know, and it's just, I feel like what he said is stupid because ain't nobody talking about she can't be a successful Black woman.
Yeah, he talking too loud and sounding real dumb.
Real dumb.
That's what it was. You sounded real dumb because and you hella loud.
Guarantee you, if someone stole from him, he wouldn't have that same narrative.
He would not.
He all of a sudden it would be a problem.
It would. And you know what? He'd do something about it because he has more money.
Exactly.
And that's how capitalism works.
Exactly.
But we are not going to get that deep. But we are just going to talk about another incident with B. Simone before we get into our main incident. So you heard what Meek Mill had to say in his tweets. So now another thing that B. Simone did, which she ended up in the media again and shocked people. When Jackie O passed away, DC Young Fly's wife passed away. This was a sad moment for everybody. She took it upon herself to post that her and her friends will be grieving in her close friends. And if people want to pay $9.99 monthly to watch, then that is where they will keep up with her and her personal life and subscribe to her close friends, which is $10 a month, to basically watch her and her friends grieve over her friend, Jackie O.
Yeah, apparently they were best friends. And she went on a whole, went out her way to, really demonstrate how much best friends and how involved they were in each other's lives. And then people put it online together that all of a sudden, she's, mind you, and she's always promoted her close friends. This wasn't something that she just started because of Jackie O.
Right. She's always promoted it, and that's fine.
But it was just the timing of it, the fact that she was promoting it again and then just insinuating the grievance, basically telling you without telling you that she's going to be grieving her friend online on her close friends and basically promoting her subscriptions. And I watched an interview on Joe Budden's podcast on him talking about that. And I honestly was really frustrated because Joe Budden was yo, at first I was like, oh no, I wouldn't be tight. But then it's he realized, but if it was you who died, wouldn't you say fuck you too? And so he was like, nah, what she did was wrong. And then one of his co-hosts, one of the people on that show, literally said, but she got bills to pay. You may be dead, but the bills are gonna still keep coming. And I really, really did not like that take because at the end of the day, this woman has more than one income. It's not just $9.99 a month is not gonna pay her bills, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Don't tell me that was that important for you to sit there and tell me that, oh, that's paying my bills. What's it paying, your phone bill, bitch? Because at the end of the day, that's not it. No, you don't have any integrity. You are I don't like her.
She's a scumbag.
I don't like
the thing
her.
is, at the end of the day, what in your right mind thinks that capitalizing off of your best friend's death is okay? Like, what? Because that's really what it is at the end of the day. That whole shit that person saying paying her bills is crazy. And I'm so glad you brought up the whole fact that she has more than one income, because she does. And this is why I said
She's
in the beginning.
open about it.
She's very open about it. And it's like, are you that greedy for a quick cash grab that you would capitalize off of your friend's death?
Yeah.
And then aren't you cool with DC Young Fly?
Yo, and the thing that really bothers me is that put yourself in that position for a second. Put yourself in that position. Do you think anybody with a right mind who has human feelings and is not consumed by the green evilness of money, right? Let's just put that aside for a second. Oh no, your best friend dies. Do you really think you are thinking about work? Do you really think you're thinking about even wanting to post? Like, people grieve in different ways, but to sit there and put money in front of it, it's disgusting, it's despicable, and it is sad. And, I did see an interview with, look, I don't know, I don't watch her podcast, so I don't know anything about her family life, but there was something that I watched. It had nothing to do with this, and it was just a quick snippet of her talking about how she had to make sacrifices to get to the top, right? And she had to make sacrifices, and then she gets all emotional about her family. And she's like, I had to make sacrifices. I had to leave Dallas. And it just seems like a lot of pain that she doesn't open up about when it comes to her family. And I'm just curious to know what you did to them, because if you did that to Jackie 05, who's not even related to you, but that was your quote unquote best friend, I can't even imagine, because she says she has to mend relationships with her family. And I'm not, look, I'm not pointing fingers or nothing. I'm just simply saying, based off of character.
Based off of the character that you showed to social media.
I cannot imagine the shit you did where you have to mend a relationship with your family now. Because at the end of the day, we see what type of person you are. You'll pull money before anything.
Right. Well said, Jesse. Well motherfucking said.
All right, so Tasha K is a podcast, and she was interviewing Donnie P, which is a motivational speaker. And basically, this Donnie P came out with an Instagram video talking about men and how she was on her, this is her inspiration for the video. So she talks about how she was driving to work, and she was like thinking about this guy who she really liked. And he was very successful. He had money. He had a good job. He was stable. He had a house. And she had a kid at 15. So she didn't have her priorities right. She was a mess. And she openly admits that she was not, in her heart, she felt that she was not equipped for a man like him, despite her wanting to be with him so bad. And what's her name? Tasha K was like, oh, but, wouldn't you say that, like, he could have helped you, like, financially and maybe put you in a better place? And she said, yes, but my mind wasn't there yet. Like, my mental wasn't there to even see the opportunity to even see something like that. So that with that background, she came out with a video that basically talks about, y'all women want these men who be this, and that, but then y'all don't have your shit together. Mm-hmm. And when it first came out, she basically got canceled. Yeah. Because they were like, oh, you're anti-feminism. They were basically running her down. And then 2 weeks later, guess who comes out with a video who has very similar takes, literally the same energy, same everything, and B. Simone, right? And I'm going to play those two for you so we can do a comparison on both. Mm-hmm. But B. Simone comes out with that video and immediately gets praised. Oh, yes, sis, you tell them, that's right. She was being praised, and now you got this girl who, mind you, she didn't even say that B. Simone stole her shit. People were online telling her, like, yo, we think B. Simone stole your shit. So she wasn't even, like, saying that. And then the headlines picked it up. And then they made that whole narrative a thing, which is interesting because that comes to play later on, too, how people ended up hitting you up as well. But I'm going to play I'm going to play the video so that you can see it. Did you see it?
No, just play it. Yeah, I never saw it.
I'm going to show you.
Her message was the exact same as your message.
Yes, it was.
We're manifesting love. But here's a little challenge. We got all these things we want in a man. A list of things. He got to be tall. He got to be dark. He got to be handsome. He got to have pretty teeth. He got to be a family man. He got to be financially stable. He got to be rich. He got to be successful. He got to be all these things. And we ain't even half the things on that list. He got to be a family man. Bitch, you ain't talked to your mama in 6 months, but you want him to be a family man. He got to be financially stable. Your account is in the negative, ma'am. Overdraft fees. He got to have a job. You need to go fill out some applications because you're still unemployed. He got to have pretty teeth. You ain't seen a dentist in 6 years. He got to have a six-pack and be in shape. You can't even walk up a flight of stairs without huffing and puffing. Get your life together. This whole list that he got to be. You ain't even half the things on that list. So this is what I challenge you to do. So we can manifest love all 2021. Make that list of that perfect dream man that you got in your mind. Then, what I did, make a list of the type of woman he would need right by his side. You want him to be in shape? You need to get to the gym. Equally yoked, bitch. You want him to be financially stable? Well, you need to start saving because you can't keep a dime to your name. Huh? You want him to be a family man? Call your mama. You become a family woman. Heal your traumas before you put all this shit on him. You want him to be patient. Bitch, your patience is thin. You want him to be understanding. You the least understanding person in your circle of friends, but he gotta be understanding. Fix you. Fix you. Whatever you want, become that. Fuck. He gotta be in shape, bitch. You eat chips every day. You heal.
A lot of you women out here praying to God for something you ain't even ready for. You're here praying, God, please just bless me with a man, Father God, that makes $150,000. Meanwhile, you got a McDonald's salary. But what you finna do with him? He like Creed and Tom Ford. Meanwhile, you still got on Bath and Body Works mist. What you finna do with that man? What you finna do with him? You praying and asking God, please bless me with a man that come from a loving family. Meanwhile, you got fucked up communication skills and abandonment issues, and you still trying to figure out why your father ain't never give you no hugs. What you finna do with that man besides destroy him?
I mean, I'm talking about even down to like the way she even delivered.
Judging based off of the clip that we just saw and heard, and the clip that you guys heard as well, if you're on YouTube, obviously you're going to see it. People like to argue that, people have been saying this for years, and how can you really say that she stole this? Like, anyone can just say that, right? Like, what would you say? Because if you were someone that didn't know about her and you were hearing about the situation, would you consider that stealing? Because it's technically speech. How can you really, steal speech?
It's more than just the speech. It's the idea. It's the way it's said. It was the idea of, and it's no coincidence, 2 weeks later after the first post that B. Simone all of a sudden, and then giving, and you know what? You can give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she was inspired. Maybe she definitely had her situation and felt the same way. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. We'll leave that at that. You are entitled to your own opinion. You're entitled to think whether she's stealing or not, right? But we have the notebook, that we have the book already as one. Mm-hmm. Now this is the second accusation. All right? So keep that in mind. We're going to look at someone's track record here. We are about looking at someone's past and more than the bullshit, okay? More than just what
we dig deep here. Yeah. We dig deep. We're not just spouting out bullshit. We're going deep, and then we're doing the research, and we're giving you receipts, we're giving you facts, and then we're getting here.
And you can make your own opinion. Exactly. But at the end of the day, you're going to call a spade a spade. So yes, there are people who said, oh, she wasn't stealing or da-da-da-da-da. We'll leave it at that. But by the end of this podcast, I want you to understand, and I want you to make your own conclusions, that if someone can do it once and get away with it, they keep doing it. Don't you think that's a characteristic of them? So, we'll leave it at that.
That's what they say. Okay, if they shenan once, they're going to shenan again. There you go. That's what it is. That's what it is. I was like, wait, that didn't sound right the first time. I had to clear that shit up.
I'm weak. But yeah, okay, fine. We'll leave it at that. You guys can make your own opinions on that. But knowing what I know now, I personally believe it's not a coincidence. There's no way in hell that 2 weeks after this lady post that B. Simone didn't get inspired by her. That's just all I'm gonna say. And not for nothing, but I'm gonna be a little messy and say B. Simone, even like, she's stealing books, she's stealing Instagram video ideas, and she trying to steal men, because she was doing that whole little fucking love triangle with the baby. Do you know about that?
I heard, but I didn't know how deep it got. And one thing about B. Simone is that I remember she made a video talking about how, oh, I'm about to buy my book again because I need to manifest me a man, because I don't know, it's just not working out. I don't know what's going on. It's like in her mind, it's like you have all of these wrong values of what you think love should look like. So how do you expect to get a man, a partner, a supporting, loving person if the values that you look for in love do not match up?
Well, so we're going to keep laying this track record of stealing, because, you know, Danny Lay and the baby had a little thing. And then in comes B. Simone.
And now the baby's her type, so.
And there was this little love triangle that was going on. Call me messy if you motherfucking want. I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, she's messy, bitch. And I hate when people go online talking about God, talking about manifestations, but then want to be a messy ass bitch. Period.
I honestly agree, because it's just like, looking at the content that you put out, does that content reflect who you are as a person? Because it's like, with me and everything that I do, I know that I put my heart, soul, and love into that shit. With how we built this studio, how we built everything, even to the Sims reality show and the fucking Sims reality quick fights that you see, that shit takes time and dedication and a lot of work. I don't half-ass any of the shit that I do. And I feel like even looking at this right now and hearing how I speak reflects who I am. So it's like with B. Simone,
it's not who she is.
Exactly. You're putting out all this stuff about manifesting the life you want, Christianity, God, just, you know, spirituality. And then you doing this shit, you stealing.
You do weird shit. You do funny shit. You do snake shit. And
you
I
do
don't like
snake
that.
shit. You're a scumbag. And it's like, bro.
So there was a little love triangle, and like, it was to the point where Danny Lay supposedly had gotten B. Simone kicked out of Wild 'N Out, maybe for just the episode. I don't really remember, but just for the episode that she was on or whatever, because there was a little love triangle, and the baby, being the dick that he is, was having a good time with it. But I want to share a clip with you that she talks about and addresses Jonathan, aka the baby, and addresses it. Not only makes a funny IG joke about it, but then goes on a rant. And I want you to hear the things that she says, and I want you to really think about it for a second and think about it. Is this really a woman who knows what she wants, who's a confident woman, who is a self, you know, who understands her self-worth? Because to me, it looks like a very insecure bitch who has money. I'm gonna get canceled. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, shots fucking fired, bro. This is the petty headquarters, bro.
Y'all can fucking have your opinions. I'm gonna have mine. So this is the video. This is a funny Instagram post that she made addressing the situation. Okay.
This generation is so stupid that y'all think if it trends, it's true. Y'all think I don't see the blogs and the comments? I've been in the blogs all of 2020. Y'all want to know the truth? Y'all want to know what's really going on? Siri knows the truth. Siri, who is the baby's girlfriend?
The baby's girlfriend is the world-renowned comedian B. Simone, who always says "baby girl."
Period.
Manifest it like
Thank
system
you.
glitching. It appears the baby's girlfriend is the thicker,
What?
the beautiful, the Dominican mommy, Danny Lay.
All right, she cute, but
Would you like me to play the song Easy while you punch?
I'm fine.
Would you like me to restock your coloring book?
All right, don't play with me. I'll call Alexa.
Would you like me to locate a surgeon for your BBL? You're gaining weight.
You don't.
Okay, so does that sound like a woman of God to you? But wait, we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue now, okay? So now she goes on a rant on IG about this whole situation. Look at what she has to say about herself and about Danny Lay.
Y'all gotta know the truth, so y'all can stop asking me. Danny is cute. She beautiful. She blonde. She can sing. She young. What am I missing? Stop crying. I'm sad. I'm sad. Make me feel lovely, lovely. I need to take it easy.
I was gonna play it. Oh, like
Her curls. Her curls are blonde and they're not fried off. When I dyed my hair blonde, I was bald.
That's another point for her.
And she could sing without auto-tune. I need a little T-Pain. I just need a little bit. It ain't gotta be much, but give me a little bit. And her body is natural. And she's Dominican, so she probably speaks Spanish. I've only met her like twice. I met her at Wildin' Out and another event.
So she got the cheat code.
So beautiful. She looks just like she looks like in her pictures. She looks just like that in person.
Well,
I mean, I see why the nigga like her.
we win some, we lose some.
We win some, we lose some, but we live to fight another day.
There we go. There we go.
I gotta lose weight.
Come on, champ. Come on, champ. That's why we're going to Runyon Canyon?
I'm not going to Runyon today. I'm hungry.
What?
So
No.
we can start the diet Monday. It's the middle of the week. I'm not starting no diet in the middle of the week. Danny's waist is getting snatched. And she could dance. She choreographed bop.
Really?
I can dance too, though. I freestyle.
I got video footage of you dancing.
Do you?
Yes.
Don't release it.
I won't. Well, I mean...
See, okay, here's the thing. Dominican they already have the upper hand. Because it's something in their blood that genetically makes them sexy. That's the problem. I'm gonna start telling people I'm Puerto Rican.
I see it.
You can see I can be Puerto Rican? Just a little bit. Like, bitch, she from DR, I'm from PR. The fuck? Okay? Danny's from DR, I'm from PR. Like, wait, Puerto Rican.
So you really try to go another round? You might, stay in the fight.
Should I keep fighting
Keep
for
fighting.
him?
You gotta keep fighting. You gotta keep going.
I tell you one thing though, I ain't disrespecting nobody's relationship. So now that they public, I'm gonna leave them alone.
You sure?
I'm gonna leave that boy alone. He was pulling her hair. Jesus. And I got tracks. Don't pull my hair like that. You can pull her real.
Take it easy.
That's what I would have said if he would have pulled. Take it easy, nigga. This is tracks, nigga.
Okay.
So wait. So basically, she's comparing herself to Danny Lay and saying, "Oh, no wonder the baby chose her because she's better than me." Da 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 da. And a lot of people in the comments were like, "I can't believe it. You're so beautiful. Why would you compare yourself to her?" But I feel like any woman who is about women empowerment would not sit there and compare themselves to another woman. 1, 2, bitch, you're messy. And messy bitches are, you're a messy bitch and then want to preach God and about love and manifestations. It's hypocritical. Nothing is adding up. The things you say online do not add up with your actions. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off because it's like, you want to pretend like, and then she did this whole interview because they asked her, how do you feel about Danny Lake, being like shady about kicking you off of Wildin' Out? She's like, don't worry, I'm above that. It's fine. Bitch, you're a liar. You're a liar, and I see past the bullshit. You want to be satirical, you want to be sarcastic, and I see a lot of hater in this video. I see a lot of insecurities. I see a lot of your values and the way you see life. It's just, girl, you gotta grow and you gotta heal. That's what it looks like to me.
Yo, you are coming for this girl hard, bro.
I am.
That video was very appalling. I agree with every single word you said because wow. Wow. Now this really, first and foremost, if you are attracted to a man like the baby, what does that say about you and what type of woman you are?
And this ain't no shade. This is
no shade.
This is a reality
because
check.
at the end of the day, yes, the baby is a good-looking man. I find him attractive. But however, the personality,
He's horrible.
he's a terrible man.
It's funny because there's a famous video of like him grabbing Danny Lay's hair and dog walking her. She's like, oh, if he was grabbing my hair, he can grab her natural hair. If he was grabbing my hair, he can't because I got tracks or whatever.
It sounds like,
It's
okay,
like,
and this is the thing too.
what?
You say that your audience is black women, right? You say that your audience is Black women, but in this video showcased, and this will also be here, you can watch it whenever you want to watch a full video or listen, whatever the case may be. But hearing everything that she's saying, whether it's a joke or not, sounds like you as a Black woman are comparing your features to a woman that's not Black, and you're insecure about your own Black features.
Right.
And it's sad to see, because it's like, damn, now I kind of feel a little bad for you, but no, I take that back. I don't feel bad for you at all. I don't feel bad for you at all. I take that back. However, it does kind of feel a little sad that, like, damn, you really comparing yourself, and you keep mentioning certain factors: blonde hair, natural hair, skinny, because you know you're insecure about your weight. Yes, speaking Spanish. And again, that goes back to a lot of these ideologies, colorism, and just self-hatred within the Black community. We're not going to get that deep, but for those that know, you fucking know what that is.
And people see that. You have 6.something million followers, people who you say your audience openly claim is Black. They hear you saying these things. They hear you saying, and people who are insecure, who also feel the same, see you validating those thoughts.
Right.
But yet you want to hold yourself on a high horse, talking about, I made it out where I come from. I did this. I'm an honorable person. God, manifestation, bitch.
Right. But
you know what you manifested? You manifested money, but and you lost your integrity.
Yeah.
You lost your integrity while getting that.
Right. You lost your soul, you lost yourself. And that's one thing that I really try to preach to myself. And we talk about this all the time.
All the time.
We need to make sure that we are keeping each other grounded, because at the end of the day, people are snakes, people are scumbags, and the grass is never always greener on the other side. And we both know this shit. So it's like, we're not about to be up here and play stupid and be fake.
We not even popping yet. And you already feel the snake energy.
Yep.
We've already encountered things that is kind of like, we need to be very careful.
Very careful.
And when you have something like, oh, I want to reach my goal as $1 million. Listen, I want to reach $1 million. I think anybody.
But we're not thinking about it in the sense of like, oh my God, we're so focused on money. Like, we're focused on like the journey. We're focused on the process. The craft, which is the biggest thing, because it's like, if you don't obviously perfect, subjective, but if you don't perfect your craft, it's like, what the fuck is the point?
You're just half-ass dabbling in everything. And this is what I'm saying. She half-asses everything to get to where she needs to be, and it shows, because you want to blame your team on the plagiarism, but if you didn't half-ass it, you would have known that they plagiarized it.
That's like first of all, there is a scene with Nicki Minaj when she's literally blaming her team for fucking up something, and she was literally riding hard for her fans. There's literally a footage of Nicki Minaj doing that, and I feel like if Nicki Minaj wasn't who she was, she wouldn't even be as big as who she is today.
Right. No, 100%.
She actually cared about her fans and got mad at her team for making mistakes.
As you should, as the creator.
As the creator, as the face of everything. They're coming to see you. And she talks about that too.
They represent you. Amanda Seales was a good example of that.
Right.
Like, of her talking about that.
Exactly. And my thing is too, like, listen, no one is saying there's something wrong with being a businesswoman and making money. Make your fucking money, but don't be a scumbag while making it.
And that's what this episode is really about.
You think if J. Cole was a fucking scumbag, he would be as big as he is today?
Or respected.
Kendrick Lamar, do you really? Issa Rae, really?
Would you say Denzel?
Denzel Washington, bro. There was literally a role that they tried to give him back in the days, and it was like a fucked up racist fucking role. And it was worth a lot of money. Obviously, back in the days, it was a lot of money they were paying him. And he said no to the role because he did not want that character. He did not want to be portrayed as that. He didn't want people to remember him as that. If he took that role, do you think he would be Denzel Washington to this day? No, the fuck he wouldn't.
Right.
So this is what I say. Like, really put love into your shit and move with integrity, because at this point,
first of all, the internet don't lie. The internet will know. We will know. Everything shows your truth comes to light, and we're gonna fucking see who Simone is today. We're gonna dive deep because we're not done yet.
We're not done, and that's the thing. It's getting hot. We not even done yet.
I really tried not to be biased in this whole thing. I really came with an open mind, trying to get to know who B. Simone is. And I feel like, I'm really good at being able to smell bullshit right away because I'm a bullshitter. So like you can't bullshit the bullshitter, and I feel like I smelled it immediately. And then as I kind of like dove deeper and deeper, it is a general consensus of people online understanding that she's kind of notorious for stealing stuff. It's not something you heard here first, and it's not something you're probably gonna hear. You're gonna hear it again because again, somebody who does that will keep doing it and keep doing it because that's in their character. Not saying that she can't grow from that, but at the end of the day, you can see where her values are as a person and as a businesswoman.
Absolutely correct. And this goes into the next person that I want to talk about, which is his name is Kwaylon Rogers, but on Instagram he is known as Blame It on K-Way. He is also another social media influencer, comedian, and I'm pretty sure they've made some videos together. They've worked together. They know each other, and they're just affiliated with each other. I'm not sure if they're friends or not. It seems like they're friends, but this industry shit is fake. So with that being said, they are affiliated with each other. In 2021, he was accused of stealing butter sauces from a partner that he used to work with. So he was stealing butter sauces and claiming it as his own, sauce me up or some shit. And when he launched them, they sold out in like half an hour. So there was this like whole lawsuit against someone else. I think her name is Tonique Clay, who he formerly used to work with. And then after separating, he suddenly came out with his own butter sauce recipe. And it was just very identical and similar to Tonique Clay. So let me just get the stuff. So yeah, the owner of Crab Queens. So it's a Louisiana-born seafood restaurant, and they used to work together. And for some reason, I guess they got into a fallout split, and all of a sudden he decided to do this. Now, we will get into the specifics of this, but because you guys are affiliated with each other, Kwaylon, I'm sorry. Tell me who your friends are. We'll tell you who you are. So the fact that you were also caught in this scenario, which it seemed like they settled because it was dismissed.
Okay.
So let's just read the facts. Let's read the facts here. The owner of Crab Queens, the Louisiana-born seafood restaurant known for its butter-drenched crab legs and shrimp that opened in Houston in 2018, is suing Instagram star K-Way over alleged copyright infringement after a business deal between the two went south. According to the filings made with the Harris County District Court on September 23rd, Crab Queen's owner Tonique Clay is suing former business partner Kwaylon Rogers, better known as Instagram as Blame It on the K-Way, alleging that Rogers is attempting to pass off the seafood restaurant's iconic buttery sauces as his own under a brand new name. So now when they were partners together, they did sign like a confidentiality agreement and contract and stuff that Tonique felt like was violated after he went his own way. So with that being said, at some point in 2022, the case itself was dismissed. I'm not sure if there was a settlement or if there was a payoff or anything like that. But this is who we're dealing with. This person is also affiliated with B. Simone, and this was an incident that came up with him as well.
And that's recent.
Right. That is recent.
And the reason why we're bringing them up really is because of Tiana. She, the reason why we even started.
We're setting this up for you guys to go into the main topic of this whole thing.
So, if you follow Tiana on TikTok, she's known for her recreations of the reality TV
fights,
the famous fights. And she also has her reality TV
Sim show. So basically I recreate like reality TV fights and make them into Sims version. That's what you see on the TikTok, that short form content. And then on YouTube, I have a Sims reality TV show called Simmer City. And that's pretty much what it is, with voice acting, voiceover talent, and all that stuff. So going back to Blame It on the K-Way. So he left Tonique, opened his own restaurant, and then sold the same identical sauce. I don't know what happened between the two, but it seems kind of scummy if you ask me. But again, I'm not going to dive too deep into that, but I gave you guys the facts. You can do whatever you want with it. We're going to go into the main topic here now, where we are going to talk about this show that surfaced the internet called The Come Up, which they are passing it off as an animated series. And by they, I will say blame it on K-Way. So on his YouTube channel, which has so many fucking followers, so many fucking people, and on Instagram, big influence, right? His YouTube channel is where he premiered the show called The Come Up, which he portrayed it as the blackest thing to hit your screen, and an animated series at that. And so it aired on August 13th, featuring a lot of popular influencers and voiceover talent such as Krishan Rock, Saya, and Jonathan Wright, as well as B. Simone. So now all of these people are affiliated with Zeus Network. All of these people are affiliated with Zeus Network. And they decided on August 13th, 2023, that they will launch this Sims animated series. They're calling it an animated series, but if you look at the content, it is technically Sims 4. All right. So with that being said, the storyline that they claim is theirs after a bunch of people in the Sims 4 community on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, they claimed that the storyline, even the title, was stolen from a Twitch streamer and gamer by the name of Jay Debonair. And he's also a YouTuber, or they're also a YouTuber. So yes, it was based off of his Twitch series called The Come Up. So they stole the storyline, stole the title, and everything like that. He even posted it and was like, wow, ...
Yeah, so the Facebook, so Tiana's involved in a lot of the Facebook groups and the Simmers, the Sims and stuff like that. And they saw that this was coming out and they started tagging her in it. Yeah. And they were like, yo, we thought this was you.
Right. So first, let me dive deeper before I get into my personal opinions. So yes. Someone had tweeted and he said that, wow. So allegedly the Come Up by Blame It on the K-Way storyline was stolen from Twitch streamer and YouTuber Jada Bon Air based off of his Twitch series, The Come Up, that he's been keeping up for years. What do you guys think about this? And so we'll have the screenshot here. There's basically receipts. If you are not watching on YouTube, then you have to come onto the YouTube to see the receipts. It's basically just side-by-side screenshots of people showcasing what they stole, how they stole, and what people are saying, even the author Jay Debonair and his stuff. So that's one thing. Another thing is that we are going to get into the CC creators, like I mentioned before. Custom content creators are people that, again, create different content for modifications for the game. That can be different animations like twerking, singing, dancing, whatever the case may be, hugging, kissing, other stuff like Wicked Whims, different mods. All these things go into the game. These are by people, and then there are people that are bigger, and then there are people that are smaller. So there is this one animator by the name of King Black Cinema. His animations are for the people, for the culture, and they are mostly black. They consist of like twerking, fighting, ratchet shit, hood rat shit. And I actually use a lot of his animations for my stuff as well. And that has always been a thing. I've always given him credit. I've always said, yep, it's by him. And people ask me. So he saw that this was airing and took it upon himself to make a post about it and how he felt. So he said that my animations is all up and through there with no credit, along with other creators. I have nothing to do with this besides that. This is something I ended up declining because I refuse to be paid in promo, he puts in quotes. Work is hard to be paid 200 followers. Love y'all for writing for me in the comments. So with that being said, there are people that said that Blame It on the K-Way gave credit at the end. However, if King Black Cinema is posting this, I'm not so sure if you're giving people credit. So now we have the background on these two people that you heard about. the background of stealing, and now we have this to come up. Now, mind you, nobody looked at The Sims 4 like that. Nobody cared about The Sims until other creators, myself included, started making this content. So I think it's really funny how B. Simone and Kwaylon and, you know, their whole team, they have been out for years. They have been making money. They have been profiting. But now all of a sudden in 2023, you want to come out with a Sims reality TV show or whatever the fuck it is, a Sims show, calling it the animated series. I don't know if that's just to avoid a lawsuit. I don't know what that is. Calling it an animated series, even though we all know it's Sims. We know what the fuck Sims looks like. You come out with this shit all of a sudden. Y'all could have been came out with this shit. But you come out with it now. Why now?
After Zeus posted not like 3 times or 2 times.
Yes, Zeus Network has posted some of my viral fights, and a lot of other blogs and like, you know, Zeus Network affiliated pages has posted a lot of my stuff.
Which
made
it popular.
Which made it popular. My stuff has gone viral a couple of times, and you know, King Black Cinema has his stuff that goes viral, and there are other creators that have their stuff that go viral too. Other machinima creators. Machinima is basically just like a fucking film, but fucking computer generated shit. Okay. So with that being said, now you see how with all of these modifications added to The Sims, all of a sudden it becomes more popular. You see drinking, you see fighting, you see all this stuff. It's like, oh, let me go do this. Now everyone wants to hop on a bandwagon for a quick cash grab, which I think is just very interesting. Again, y'all been out for so long. Not once have y'all done this. And then also, it was honestly, when I first found out about this, I was like really heated. I was really heated because it was like, wow, okay, I've been doing this for a long time. And not for nothing, when I first started doing my Sims reality TV show with voiceover talent, there was not, I started doing this, 2020? There was not much other creators except for like a very few, like 2 other creators that had voiceover talent. No one else actually had voiceovers in their Sims fucking creations or whatever the fuck it was. No one else had fucking voiceovers in their content. That's new. Now all of a sudden, everyone wants to do that, including them, which I think is really funny. I don't know whose shit they saw. I'm not going to sit here and sound all cocky like, oh, yeah, I know y'all saw my shit. Y'all probably could have, because Zeus posted me so many times, and y'all are affiliated with Zeus. You probably could have saw King Black Sinners. You probably could have saw someone else's, because a lot of people started doing this. So I just think it's really funny that they decided to do this. And, you know, I didn't watch it. I know some people that did watch it, and I saw a lot of people commenting on it. And a lot of people said that, like, you know, it's decent, but it has no story to it.
But also there were like, if you went on the group talk about the groups, they were saying how kind of like they were upset too. Yeah. Like at first I thought it was Tiana.
I have comments for that as well. Yep.
At first I thought it was Tiana, like, you know, feeling some type of way, which I was like, you know, honestly, I understand 100%. This is what happens when you're
a small creator,
trend-setting something like popular. This is literally, you hear these time and time again, these bigger creators be stealing shit or stealing the ideas and then running with it because they have more accessibility, more popularity,
more money,
and then just more opportunities to make it more successful.
Right.
And so like I was like, yo, this is crazy. But then like to see that everyone else in the sim community feeling the same exact way, it kind of put a new perspective, like, damn, this is really a thing. Because I went online to try to figure out, like, again, I was researching B. Simone, and I couldn't for the life of me find anything of her even interested in Sims at all.
It's off brand. And that's the thing. It's off brand for both of these creators. So that's another thing that was very interesting to me. And at first I was like, nah, maybe I'm bugging. I don't want to come off like a hater. But then I was like, no, because look here, I'm a small creator. And it's like, you have all these small creators. You didn't even want to like reach out to collab, but instead you want to just take people's shit and then market it as your own. And again, you've been out for so long. This is not even your pattern. This is not your brand.
Yeah, it was so random.
Exactly. It's so random. It seems and looks very off brand for you guys. So I just want to know, what was it? what the fuck was it? Because it's looking like you saw some shit trending and you wanted to hop on a bandwagon for a quick fucking cash grab.
And B. Simone was the one promoting it most, right?
Yes, she was promoting it too.
Yeah.
But then again, they're all affiliated, you know, and you knew that obviously having like voiceovers and talent such as Krishan Rock.
Yeah, but Krishan wasn't promoting it.
She posted like once or twice. She posted it.
Oh, she did?
She did. She posted on her story.
On her story?
On her story.
Oh, okay.
And she posted it once on her page or something like that. But she was promoting it. I don't think she was going hard, but she was promoting it for sure. And again, like it's just very interesting. Like, again, it goes back to the same thing we were talking about. You're stealing from small creators because you know you have influence and money and you're just running with it. And not for nothing, your show has no storyline. Again, now it feels like, again, you're still half-assing something just to get some money. Okay, so I'm going to share with you guys a lot of people's comments and how they felt about this whole situation. So one person said that people are upset because the mod creators who made the CC and animation received no credit to their work. Very unfair, as they work hard. At least they could have done was mention. The least they could have done was mention them. And then there's a petition if you guys want to sign it. So it was so crazy that literal fans, like simmer fans, all the simmers out there, created a fucking petition to boycott the come up, which is wild. There's like a whole petition to fucking boycott. And at the time when I saw it, it got 72 signatures and the goal was 100.
That's hilarious.
I don't fucking know, but I was just like, wow, like it was that deep. Someone else said, this is so exhausting. I like regular people's like EA play, Sims play. This is going to be so watered down, basic, and try hard, pretty much like B. Simone. Ooh. So a lot of people clearly know about the track record and felt the same way as I did and did not feel okay with this, was not happy about this. And someone else said, I feel like they do anything that's going to get them paid. I agree with you, though. Just feels like they're like taking already popular people and stealing ideas from the less popular. Someone else responded to that and said, especially B. Simone, she has proven to do anything to get paid. So someone else commented and referred to Kwaylon, aka Blame It on K-Way, and said he couldn't afford an actual production though, ? And honestly, I agree, because it's like you could have done anything else. You could have created your own show. You could have created a cartoon. You could have done something else. You could have created something more original. But instead, you decided to, I guess, go the easy route, play Sims and get some shit and make your own Sims animated series. So yeah. Someone else said it's so random and off-brand for him, which I agree with. It's very random and off-brand for the both of them. Like I said, you guys have been out for so fucking long. Why the fuck now?
And
Seems
it's not like y'all gamers or anything
right.
like that. Like, I think that's what really threw me off. Because, like, I was prepared for the backlash, right? I was prepared for people saying, well, it's a game. So you can't really tell someone they can't play the game and recreate a story, which I agree. But there's a difference. If King Black Cinema, which he has a series out right now coming out, if he drops something like that, we're not sitting here calling him a stealer or someone that's like, you know, stealing other people's ideas, because he's been about that life. All these other Wicked Whims or whatever the hell, like all these other creators, I don't know. I only know King Black Cinema because you're big on his stuff. Yeah. So like anybody else doing that shit, it would have been like, okay, if you're a gamer, if you're a Twitch streamer, if you're one of those, like, then fine, maybe. But bitch, you're online talking about motivational speaking, writing books. It's so random. It's too random to be like, nah, you just hopping on this because you want to make a quick buck.
There's a market in it. You see that it's trending and you want to make a quick fucking buck. And it's that's the craziest part to me. See, I'm calm now because days pass by and it's going to be late when y'all see this and hear this, but it don't fucking matter because we still got to talk our shit. So someone else said, I'm not a fan. I feel like they could have done better with these Sims. Maybe even gotten some of the amazing talent in this community to create things for them. This just seems very random. Also, from the cast to even the style of animation too. Like, I'm not conflicted with this because it shows light in our community as Black Simmers, but it also looks bad. I'll stick with my other Sim stories from Simmers who have better productions.
And I want to touch on that for a second, because you're talking about someone who supports the Black community,
right?
Yet you're again going back to the fact that your mouth talks a lot, but your actions don't speak, don't show, don't live up to what you say. Because you could have 100% hit up people in the community who are well known in the Simmer community, or at least have done your research to have hired them and be a part of the project or whatever. But clearly they didn't even want to hire people. They wanted to hire for promo. Yeah, bro, we live in a time where your 200 followers ain't going to pay your bills.
Right.
And that's that big creator bullshit that they try to do. They try to sit there and dangle the dream in front of you, talking about, we'll give you the promo.
Yeah, we'll tag you. You get credit. It's not going to cut it nowadays, sweetie. It's not going to cut it. I don't know. I just feel like that's the thing that I dislike the most. You saw these small creators work. You could have invited them to collab, or you could have worked together, but instead you decided to be a scumbag and steal and then do it on your own, and it looks like shit. And the story's not even that good. So now it's just like, what are y'all doing? But you want people to actually promo your shit, which is really insane.
The only promo they're getting is because they have Krishan Rock and Jonathan on there and all the popular people. Because at the end of the day, people are gonna see bullshit when they see it. Come on now.
I feel like Krishan Rock is like the biggest like person that they could have used for sure to be on there to get them that. They would have gotten the spotlight and the popularity anyway, but I feel like that pushes it.
And to promo it as the blackest thing you've seen on the internet.
Right. It just feels like, okay, where's the story? Like, I saw a clip of this shit and I was like, yo, this shit is trash. Like, there's no story, there's no plot, there's no character development, there's no nothing. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck am I looking at? Again, going back to what you say. Be Simone, you sit there and you talk about how you want to shed light in this on mental health in the Black community. You're for Black women. You're for all these things. But again, what the fuck is this shit?
I call bullshit.
I
call bullshit. I think you're in for yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
I think people who are around you are in for themselves, and they want to use the Black community to
capitalize,
to hide behind
and
their
push
real
their
intentions.
fucking fake ass narrative, and that's it. And I see that happening a lot. So this is why I just be like, okay, and I play stupid because it's like I see it for what it really is, So people hit me up when I started posting about this on my story back then on my Instagram. People hit me up, and I'm not gonna say no names. So someone said, I saw this shit and instantly thought of you. Be Simone taking someone's work again in all caps. So clearly there is a track record here. Just like how we set it up for you in the beginning. Now you see what the fuck we're talking about. Someone else hit me up and said, facts, you're the first one I seen doing this, and I've been watching your videos ever since. Okay. Someone else hit me up and was like, OMG, I thought about you too, but I didn't want to stir up drama. So at this point, there is a clear track record. And I have a voice note from one of my friends that actually saw this as well and hit me up about it. So I'm going to play that for y'all.
So that's her brand though. Because she always does stuff like this. Like, she'll see something that might be circulating and then she'll just take it and spin it on her own. Or she'll just take the whole thing and then call it her own. But this was on the Shade Room probably around 2020, maybe 2019, where this girl, and I went to the girl's page, she is like it's not a healer, not a hood healer. She was a self-motivation type person, and then it was a cute little list that she had to help you stay motivated in whatever you do. And B. Simone just took the whole thing and made it like a prayer. I was like, okay. At first glance, I was like, okay, this cute or whatever. That's nice. And then the girl came forward and exposed her. But that's her whole brand, though. And as soon as I saw it, I said, this ain't right. First of all, my friend has been doing this forever now. I don't even know how long me and you have been following each other, but I'm like, ever since we started talking, TT has been doing this for a while. And I'm not, I feel like since your stuff has been going viral with like the baddies, I feel like you've been getting more attention, especially like from bigger names, not just from the baddies, because like it is what it is. It's the internet. Somebody's gonna see it, but I feel like she's probably seen your stuff and then went from there. That's crazy to me. And she probably seen your whole Sims group stuff as well and just went from there, because I mean that's what she does. It's just like,
So yes.
And again, we're not saying no names, but there are people who are not just regular people who have confirmed like they feel the same way.
Yes,
we don't need a name drop.
I'm not gonna name drop,
but there are
people that have hit me in my DMs and was like, oh, I thought this was you, OMG.
Yeah.
There are people that literally tagged me in something that was the come up and said, this you, ? And I'm like, bro, like, you know how annoying it is? Because I already felt annoyed about this whole situation. And then to see people tag me in it and then hit me up, even tagging me in it, I was like, damn, like, this is kind of annoying. Like, people think this is me and it's not me. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
I'm just saying, people who are affiliated with Zeus and shit was over here talking about, oh, we thought this was you. So, like, we're not just talking about regular people. We talking about people who have credibility in the scene as well. You know, I'm not trying to be biased or trying to sit here and say, you know, trying to like say, oh, Tiana's the only one, because she's not. But at the end of the day,
someone else said all she does is steal ideas. You remember a few years back, she had this list she allegedly wrote. It was a prayer and putting intentions out into the atmosphere. And she took that from a small content creator. And then she was silent for a while after that.
So it seems to be like everybody is feeling the same way. And everybody's looking at B. Simone and blaming on, well, I feel like blaming on K-Way isn't getting enough heat as he deserves. Because
I agree.
He's, you know, he's hiding behind the sim stuff. So like,
I agree.
There's no face. So people are really taking it all out on B. Simone. But I feel like they both equally are to blame.
100%.
Especially when they want to sit there and fucking hide behind the whole idea.
Especially since you have a track record of stealing.
And that's all I got to say about that. Because for real, like, again, you want to say all this other stuff, but like, look at the track records. And to see that, that Blaming on K-Way had a lawsuit going on. Bro, these people are snakes.
They really are. Again, the grass is not always greener on the other side. They really are snakes.
Y'all entitled to your own opinion. This is all alleged stuff. We're not saying that they actually fucking stole anything, because we're not trying to like sit here and say anything. So everything we said is alleged. But you can look. We laid out the facts. We laid out the tea.
Mm-hmm.
And you telling me if you blatantly ignore everything else, and you still want to believe that B. Simone really just wanted from her genuine heart to make a Sims series, then I think you need to
reevaluate the facts, do some research, and get a reality check. Yes, that was our topic for today, because this was something that hit close to home, so we decided to talk about it. Again, you have these people who have a very big influence. You have a lot of followers. You have a lot of subscribers. You have multiple forms of income. Yet you still choose to steal from small creators, and you still choose to move forward in life living in toxicity and having no integrity.
No integrity. That's just straight up.
It's very telling.
And look, you can be successful, and if that's all you want, then by all means, like, you know, if that's what defines you, then by all means. But at the end of the day, when you have nothing and you get old and you realize a lot of these things, materialistic things, are all momentary, and you've washed away a lot of good relationships because of money, I think that's when you feel it the most.
Money makes people into disgusting people. Money brings out the worst in people, especially if you're not grounded. So with that being said, I hope you guys are happy with yourselves. However, I don't think you are. So...
And I want to hear what you guys think about in the comments, because I know we had a lot of hot takes on this episode.
We had a lot of hot takes on this episode.
I can't hide my feelings about it. I said what I said. We said what we said. Yeah. You're more than welcome to change my mind. I'm open-minded, I'm open-minded to everything, but like I said, you can smell, you can see it, you can smell it, you can feel it.
Yep.
It is what it is. And yeah, we hope you guys take something out of this. Like, the podcast is more than just the tea. We want to,
dive deep.
Share our values and stuff like that too. Like, and just hear your opinions and stuff like that too. But really, we hope you take away some stuff and, take away some gems.
I feel like with every episode so far, yes, we share the tea, but we also dive deep into identity, products of their environment, and doing those type of deep dives and even diving into B. Simone's insecurity is also telling of the product of your environment. We don't have any information on her family, but because of how you maneuver and how you have to amend and make amends, I think that is kind of telling of your family relationship and how you grew up. Again, you get what you put out.
That's it. And at the end of the day, I don't really fuck with you. And that's just straight up. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't care to ever be respected by you. I don't care to ever be your friend. Like, look. And it's crazy because, like, I'm a person that stands up for someone like Krishan Rock. But again, I just feel like there's something ugly about when money's involved and, like, in stealing and then hiding, like, throwing a rock and then hiding behind something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So with that being said, we definitely would love to hear what you guys think. Hit us up. Comment. Like the podcast. If you're listening, share it.
If you guys are listening on Spotify or Apple, do us a favor and please go rate the episode or the show in general
and leave a review.
Yeah, leave a review. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, if you want to do that, we're not forcing shit, but if y'all really like it and you want to do that, show some love. If you are watching on YouTube, subscribe, leave a comment, hit us up. Like, if you think there's some things we missed, if you think that there's some things we should cover, let us know.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at jessi.strange, Jessie Strange.
Yep. And you guys can find me on Instagram at randommania1. You guys can listen in on all platforms at the Petty Headquarters.
Yep.
We release episodes every Tuesday, and on YouTube as well if you want to watch the visual episodes. On YouTube, you can find us at Petty Sim Productions, and if you want my TikTok as well, it is Petty Sim Productions. And yes, I think that's about it for the social media platforms, right?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate everything. We really, really do.
And this was your weekly dose of motherfucking mess.